Hey guys, Cameron here. Gonna do a quick little talk about a item I just received in the mail and the reason why I received it. Now I did a video just earlier this week about the Mountainsmith trekking pole as a spreader bar for my double hammock setup. I've told you that I've used that same trekking poles as spreader bars in my War Bonnet Ridge Runner hammock also. And that's the main reason why I went with the Mountainsmith. Before that, I've had Leckies that I've had since I was in 8th grade, which was a pretty good while ago. And then I swapped to those a couple years ago. Now, if you've seen the type of trails that I normally hike on, you know they're really rocky, dry, just really rough trails. But the problem that I had with my Mountainsmith is a couple days ago, I broke the tip off of one of my poles. Now this was unrelated to using them as a spreader bar. This was a fracture that had happened a long time ago, and it just recently got to the point where the whole tip broke off. But one cool thing is that I contacted Mountainsmith that same day. They got right back with me, and 2 days later in the mail I had a new trekking pole. And this is what they sent me. This is their newest sort of updated version of the trekking pole that I was using. It's actually a monopod is what they call it. This is the new Mountainsmith FXpedition. It is a replacement for the Trekker FX that I was using before. Now there's a lot of cool things about this pole. But there's one huge drawback, and I'll get to that a little bit later in this video. Now this is, like I said, they're basically their replacement for the Trekker that I was using. It's got a few updated features. Obviously, you can tell that it is a lot smaller than the other pole packed up. And so let me just talk to you real quick about it, show you a little bit of the differences between the two, and talk to you about my huge concern with this new pole. Alright, so these are the two monopods. This is my one that's still good. You can tell it's still got the tip on it. And then this is the newer one they sent me. Now this is fully collapsed down, as small as each of these will get, and you can tell there's a huge difference. So if you're ever going to be packing your poles into any sort of luggage or your backpack or anything like that, you can tell that their new updated pole system has a huge advantage in that area. The newer one, the FXpedition, is down to about 16 inches packed fully up, and while the old Trekker FX is around 28.5 to 29 inches collapsed down as far as it'll go. So obviously the old style is just the turn, and mine are getting kind of old and locked up. They've got a lot of junk down in there from just being in really dusty climates, and they lock by turning it, and that keeps it locked in. Now the newer pole that they sent me is in this 3-pole section, which a lot of the newer ones are going to, and it will fold out like this, and it snaps together just like that. So I couldn't figure out exactly how to keep all these sections from collapsing back down in here and coming apart, but looked it up online before I could figure it out, and all you do is grab this last section right here, hold on to it, and it pops out. Has a little piece, kind of like the spring-loaded action of maybe an umbrella or something like that, that holds it out, and you're able to have this whole piece locked in here. Now, here is the huge disadvantage to me about this newer pole. This is as short as this pole will go. So obviously, it's not gonna help me out as a spreader bar for my hammock system or for a Ridge Runner hammock or anything like that. That is the one disadvantage. So as a trekking pole, this will be great. It does adjust out from here. It has this flick lock system where you can open it up and it easily slides in and out. But collapsed down all the way, you're looking at about 4 feet long, which is a little bit too wide to use as a spreader bar. But for a normal trekking pole for a full-grown adult, this will definitely work. Maybe a little bit too long for a child. Whereas the older style Trekker, you could adjust anywhere from my 2-year-old could use it, just kind of playing around, all the way up to I can use it, being about 6 foot, and it definitely can go even taller than that. So that is my one drawback of this new pole. It's still got your camera mount in the top. You just screw that off right there. You got your screw for your camera mount, which is really cool. And screw that back on. I was kind of concerned originally when I bought the old Trekker poles that I would lose this, since I'd be taking it off a lot to use as a camera monopod and also to go with my shelter systems, but I definitely never lost that. Just throw it in a backpack if I'm going to have it off for a long time, or stick it in my pocket if not. It seems the same rugged design. These poles are both the same weight. Both this new FXpedition and the Trekker are both the exact same weight, so we're not losing anything there. The main difference is the pack size. So the new one packs down really small, but its minimum length for use is much longer, and the older one, which I'll still keep with me to use as a spreader bar, will not pack down near as far, but can be used a lot shorter. So that is the new Mountainsmith FXpedition. I just want to say big thumbs up to Mountainsmith. They had great customer service, got right back with me about my one pole tip that broke. Sent this out free of charge, really fast shipping. They also sent me a code for a discount, 25% discount on any other of their products, to say sorry about my other pole breaking. Just really great customer service. I didn't expect a whole ton out of their poles, since they are a lot cheaper than Lecky or Black Diamond or things like that. But really great customer service, and it was a really easy process. So I'm looking forward to using this new pole. I'll let you know how it works out. A little disappointed that it doesn't pack down. They got away from their older design, but it is really cool that it will break all the way down and come up really small. So that is the Mountainsmith FXpedition trekking pole, and once again, big thumbs up to Mountainsmith for getting back with me.